8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Allen setting up play action. And he's not quite that fast. Led him just a bit too much. That's incomplete. He was looking for Keon Coleman on that throw. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Allen on 3rd down. That's caught for the first. A gain of 27 yards there. That's good for a Bills first down.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here. We'll get big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dumping the ball.
And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. Allen on the play action. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. It's Allen out of the pistol. Looking touchdown, but can't connect.
Yeah, that's one that's going to haunt him. There's just no question about it. A drop touchdown in the end zone. Now comes the mental toughness part of it. You got to flush that play quickly so you can make an impact later.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Now Allen off the play action. He's on the move. Looking end zone, but touchdown denied. Knocked away, incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long. Amendola able to put it through. And the opening drive of the game ends in 3 points.
I never saw a play script that ended with a field goal. It was always a touchdown that you wanted. That's 3 points, and it's enough to give them the lead.
Bass now to kick this away. Wallace with a return here. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Big catch is made, and he got the feet in too. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
A jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. He gets it forward for a gain of 3. Making the stop that time, Taron Johnson. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
You know, Kate, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
They give it to him again. And here's another stop made right at the line. Nice back-to-back reps from this defense.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. back to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. That one in the books is a 48-yard punt. And the Bills will take over possession. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Play action now with Allen. That finds his man. It's Keon Coleman. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. Now a give to Brooks, coming left. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. From the 39. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. Working quickly here. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And with a nice gain, he runs him down inside of field goal range. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1.
Well, this is a headache-inducing run for a defensive coach. I could just imagine that staff both upstairs and down on the field watching it, Kate, because now, well, they don't have to just worry about this guy catching as a receiver. Now they know he can be a weapon in the ground game, too.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. We'll give to Brooks, running right. And that hit stops him in his tracks. Nothing for them on 2nd down, and now it's 3rd and 1.
Chances of stalling this drive defensively seem bleak, but how about now? Look at those odds changing, Kate. Still not great, but you could feel a little momentum on their side. Maybe they can muster it up and get back-to-back stops.
3rd down, 1 yard to go. They send a tight end in motion. Allen throw on 3rd and 1. It's tipped away and it's going to hit the ground incomplete. Defender winning that rep. That brings up 4th down.
Well, the pressure, boy, that sped that whole play up, didn't it? And it opened up a wide range of outcomes. A hurried throw almost ended up an interception. And that wasn't until after they almost brought him down behind the line for a sack.
Third down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th. They'll go. Allen. That's Jefferson. He's got it. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs. That big 4th down call is how we close out our 1st quarter. Just 3-0 is our score. We'll return to Highmark Stadium in just a moment. We're back for the 2nd quarter. Bills in possession of the football. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. From the shotgun, it's Allen. Escapes the pocket. He finds his running back on a deep shot. Nicely done. Touchdown, Buffalo! Tyler Bass on now for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Bills make it a 10-point ball game. Bass now to kick this away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And he gets up beyond the 20, but they plant him a few inches into the ground to end that return. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. He'll just throw it away, but here comes the flag. There was nobody in the neighborhood of that one. Well, I've always wanted to ask this, and this feels like the perfect moment, Brock. Is there ever a time where a quarterback feels intentional grounding is actually worth it?
No. I don't think so. Not for your team, not for your play caller, not for your coach, not for the game situation. There really isn't a time. You've got to find an outlet, somewhere to throw that ball away safely.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
That was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
Not a good spot to punt from. They really want to convert here on 3rd. Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. Has it left side, Brock, but the throw carried him too close to that edge. They're going to say he brought it in out of bounds. That's going to bring up 4th down.
That's somebody they're going to look for if he has any space deep. That space, though, Kate, just disappeared between when he let that pass go and when he actually made it down the field.
Gets this one away from a tough spot, backed up inside the end zone. And the fair catch is made just about a yard or two short of midfield. So no return on that punt. And it'll be good field position for them as they take over right at midfield. All right, excellent field position for the Bills as they set up 1st and 10. Running the toss here to Brooks. And he's still looking for the play that sparks the ground game as that one stopped for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Takes the handoff, now to throw. Into the hands of Jefferson, complete. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Allen now on 1st down. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. Went way outside there, trying to work that sideline, Brock. But by the time the ball had arrived, well, the defender had to knock that ball out.
I think you see my reaction in the booth every time
I do.
We see that throw, because I can close my eyes and remember the terror that I felt as a quarterback when you let that ball go and you're throwing it all the way to the boundary. There's some risk reward, and that time, well, there was no reward.
Throwing deep for the end zone. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate. Before he was able to recover and provide the hit, and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. Allen gonna throw again. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. Fourth down coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw. Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm. And no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm than start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
His return starts at the 5. And this will give them decent field position. The return gets out to the 30. First and 10 now from the 30. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And the plunge up the gut yields nothing there. No gain there that time, and it's second and 10.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday. But doing the dirty work, playing the run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
Second and 10 now. Wilson's got it. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down. The handoff on third and short. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
Back to pass on first and 10. That's complete. It's on the turf. Ball's out. He lost it. And it's a turnover. The defense has it. And they stop it before he gets much on the return.
You know, this just can't happen on first down. It really can't. I mean, ball security's a premium on every down, every distance. But on first down, it is especially a killer.
All right, excellent field position for the Bills as they set up first and 10. Oh, he taps it quick to the receiver coming across here. And this run's limited to a minimal gain up to about the 44. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Here we go, second and 9. A quick throw is swatted away, incomplete.
That's a nice job there by the linebacker. He kind of looks like a cornerback on that, doesn't he? Perhaps those cover guys can have a little fun with him in practice this week, because he looked like a DB right there, swatting the incompletion.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. They send him left out of the slot. Throw on third down. Finds Kincaid. He'll have the first down and even more. Wow, they get a big old 32 yards out of that play as well as a new set of downs.
You know, Ken, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a quick punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field in the tone of this drive.
On first down, Allen. He'll get this one to Brooks. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And that's good for a Bills first down. Man in motion, headed right. First down throw for Allen. Into the end zone, but someone's able to knock it away. That's incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And that'll bring up second down.
I'll tell you what that deflection right there, Kate, tells me. That defense was following and reading the quarterback's eyes. Knew exactly where that throw was going. And it takes a little bit of intuition, a little bit of feel. He's able to get his hands on it and knock it out of bounds.
To throw again, it's Allen. And he's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Buffalo. The Bills boat racing them to the halftime locker room. Pass on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Bills push the lead to 20. Pass now to kick this away. Return coming from the 6. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. He's going to throw this one. That's brought in by Jennings. And he's down after getting this up to the 41. Offense in the hurry up here. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. This is complete. Jalen Tolbert. And he'll be touched down after a big play. They've got a man in motion. They'll throw on 1st. Rolling left, buying some time. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up second down.
He did exactly what he was supposed to do on that play. Felt the pressure and escapes the pocket. After that, it's on somebody downfield to get open and give him a target. No one did, and he simply has to get rid of it.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's second down. Still sticking with the passing game. And it looks great flying through the air, Brock, but problems on the business end as it falls to the ground. 3rd down coming up.
You hear defensive coaches preach this all the time about not giving up the big play. Keep everything in front of you. They're going to need to stay vigilant because he's definitely a receiver who can take the lid off of a defense.
Throwing on 3rd and long. He puts some power on a deep one left. And they really went for it on 3rd down, didn't they? But the heave falls incomplete. Now they're facing 4th down.
Oh, that was such an opportunity lost. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points on the series. And instead, well, he just couldn't quite hang on.
It's no good. It had the leg, but his aim wide right. And the margin stays glued at 20.
Well, once you get out beyond 50 yards, everything in the process has got to be perfect. It's a good effort, but it's going to wind up off the mark.
All right, excellent field position for the Bills as they set up 1st and 10. Play action now, Allen. Oh, he put some heat on this deep ball, left side. And that one is incomplete, and the clock stops with 18 seconds to go.
Well, Kate, that wasn't a fast enough break for the interception, but it was good enough and a good enough break to break on the ball, get a finger on it, and force the incompletion.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Now Allen off the play action. He's trying another one deep. And that one's going to fall incomplete. No luck there. Just 11 seconds remaining.
You know, a couple of my favorite nicknames, Kate, over the last decade in football. The Legion of Boom, obviously, out in Seattle. But how about the no-fly zone that was cooking in Denver? That right there, that is a no-fly zone. Trying to make the play in the end zone, and a beautiful job by the defender to knock it away.
Allen on third down. And that's incomplete. 7 seconds left. Time for one, maybe two more snaps.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on third down? We chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
Punter takes the field on fourth down, and he sends this one flying. And that fair catch corralled just beyond the 25-yard line. That punt goes unanswered. No return there. And they'll have a chance to run one play before time expires. One last play before the break. Yep, as expected, they go to the ground to start this one off. And he doesn't get much there on what turns out to be the final play of the half. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. Pass now to kick this away. Has this at the 6. Returns looking good so far. And a great return has the offense just a touch shy of midfield as they start this drive.
We don't always know what's said there at halftime, Kate, in the locker room. Some of the adjustments offensively and defensively, but I can assure you the special teams coach pulled his kick return team aside and said, listen, we have a chance here down double digits to spark this game. Let's go out and get a great return to set the offense up for success. And that's exactly what they did.
Airing it out to start this drive. Finds a seam down the middle. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Throwing now on first down. Makes the grab in bounds left side. Offense up to the line fast. From the red zone now. Buys time, rolling right. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
They send a man in motion. Throwing it again here. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. That pushes them back. Third down coming up.
Okay, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth. But a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
So not an enviable spot here as they come up on third and very long. Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. It's a little too much into this one. That's too high, brings up fourth down.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Oh, and that's not going to do it. He hooked it. The kick no good. Wide left. And the margin stays glued at 20.
Gosh, it didn't look like anything was wrong with that snap or hold either. He just rushed it a bit, and it winds up off the mark.
All right, excellent field position for the Bills as they set up 1st and 10. Play action now with Allen. He's going to push one deep down the right. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on 1st down, but just couldn't make the connection. Looking for Keon Coleman that time. And now they face 2nd down. It's Allen out of the pistol. He'll get this to Jefferson. And he goes out close to that 45-yard line.
I know I can sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
Third and a lone yard coming up. Allen setting up play action. He has the first over the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. To the air again, Allen. That's complete. Here's Brooks. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Allen on the play action. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. So now they have 3rd and short. Well, Brock, this substantial deficit sure hasn't toned the edge that this defense is playing with, huh? If anything, feels like they might be getting more aggressive, looking to make some sort of impact play.
And that's because turnovers are really the name of the game for this defense at this point, Kate. That aggressiveness still super welcome, no question. But they know it's not just incompletions, it's taking the ball away that's next.
And they bring him down at the 18-yard line. Working quickly here. Throwing now on 1st down, Allen. This one's caught. And they're going to get this down to the 4 before being stopped. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Allen to throw. On the move, headed right. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
Look at the coverage on that play, Kate. I love that. That is textbook defense right there. When the quarterback escapes the pocket, man, you got to find somebody. You got to go get sticky on your offensive guy. It's exactly what the secondary did, and it forces the throwaway.
So the incompletion on 1st. Here's 2nd and goal. Operating from the gun, it's Allen. Has it in close. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. 3rd and goal for Allen. Vacates quickly left side. And he will score. Touchdown, Buffalo. The Bills push their lead further to start the half. Josh Allen, the touchdown. His third total score this game. Bass gets the extra point to go. And the Bills grow their lead yet again.
The Bills make me wanna shout.
Bass now to kick this away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Airing it out to start this drive. Fits it through the middle. Into the red zone. There it is. Touchdown, Dallas. The Cowboys shave some off the deficit late in the quarter. Kicking unit comes out for the extra point. Drifted near that upright, but he gets it to go. And the Cowboys still have a lot of work to do, Brock. It's a 20-point difference now. On now is Dixon to kick this one away. And this one bounces into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback out to the 20. They're out and set, first and 10. Working from the gun, it's Allen. Chased out to his right. Coleman with the grab. And this isn't result quite yet as he goes out. We've got a flag down. Looks like it's going to be on the offense. Double the distance to go after that holding call. It's now first and 20. Throwing here, Allen. Has a man. It's Brooks. And he reaches the 17-yard line as he's hauled down.
Sure showed off some mobility on that play. Got outside the pocket and easily found an open man.
That's the end of the third on Sunday night. It's not quite over yet, but it'd take a pretty miraculous comeback. We've got a 3-score game as we get set to start the fourth quarter. Back to the line they go. It's second down. From the shotgun, it's Allen. Finds Kincaid. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Now an inside handoff to Brooks. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. Offense in the hurry up here. The Bills are going to go ahead and call their first time out. May still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. Allen setting up to throw. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Marquise Bell making the play. And it's a touchdown as he brings it back for the pick six. That play, Brock, that play was beautiful. Not just making the interception, but then seeing the return slowly come together in front of him as he took it all the way to the house.
Yeah, I think even for us up here in the booth, it looked like a scene out of a movie, didn't it? Starts running it back, scans the field for a lane, then the blocks come just in the nick of time to wipe out the would-be tacklers, and he's got open space and nothing but the end zone in front of him.
A quick chance at redemption after that pick six as it's sent away. Here's a return from the 7. And this drive will start inside the 25. We have a timeout now for somebody shaken up on the previous play, and as they work on him, his teammates hoping this doesn't keep him out of the postseason. They'll get this drive started. First and 10. A carry by Brooks to start the drive. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 28 out of that play. Yeah, that's good for a Bills first down.
I'll tell you what, Kate, one of the things I'm most proud of coming out of broadcast are my O-line buddies that will hit me up during the game and say thank you. Thank you for finally showing some love and giving some light to what those big boys are doing up front. I got to play with some of the best to do it. I got to see it up close and personal. Because of it, I'll never forget it. And they just showed up on that run.
And he gets this down inside the red zone before going out. They'll get 31 yards on the play. That's good for a Bills first down. Hand off here for Brooks. He breaks the tackle, and he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. The Bills have likely locked up the win right there. He would not be denied that close to the end zone, Brock. I think it might have taken 5 or 6 guys tackling him to keep him from diving across the line for 6.
Certainly a second effort touchdown, no question. The backs who become fan favorites, we've seen it through the generations, and they set the curve for their peers, are the ones who just fight through that stop. It will not be denied of a touchdown.
Now Allen off the play action. And he goes out of bounds. Wow, major miscue there, and they're not going to get 2. Bass now to kick this away. Wallace with a return here. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. That one's cut along the left sideline. And he got this close to midfield before going out. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down.
You know these teams, they track every step of their players. Many of them wear GPS units in their uniform to track how much mileage. I don't care what the stat sheet said of how long that gain was. That dude ran a long way, all the way across the field, but it paid dividends. Big gain downfield.
Touchdown, Dallas. And that right there, Brock, is a touchdown I think our fellow broadcaster Greg Olson would be proud of. A big strike to the tight end that I don't think a lot of receivers could have pulled off and make it look as easy.
You know, a lot of times you're splitting hairs talking about the differences between tight ends and receivers at this level because a lot of those guys, they work the same route tree and they move with the football, well, just like their receiver teammates. And they can score some lengthy touchdowns, too, just like he showed off.
That one splits the uprights. And the Cowboys shave some of the lead. It's down now to 12. Still down a couple of scores after that. They're going to set up for the onside kick. And the Bills are able to secure this kick. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. Well, kind of feels like we're starting to get to that point, Brock.
And what point is that, Kate?
You know, the bold point of the game where you have to try something bold could end up becoming a play that finally sinks him, though.
Yeah, it's time for desperation. Without a defensive stop here, it's really hard to lay out the scenarios for much success. Every second matters now when you don't come up with that onside kick.
On the give, it's Brooks. And he scores. It's a Buffalo touchdown. The Bills make it a 3-score game in the fourth. There's time to chide him about poor tackling later, Brock.
And I probably will.
And you probably will. Coach probably will give him an earful about it as well. But let's not let the missed tackle take away from excellent effort he had on that run.
There really was his effort to force that missed tackle. I think that's the key. Open the door for that touchdown. As soon as he slipped that stop, his mind was focused on one thing and one thing only, the end zone.
Pass now to kick this away. Wallace with a return here. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Back to throw on 1st and 10. He finds his running back. Nice work, complete. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. Second and 6 now. He lets one fly deep downfield. That's complete inside the 35. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain. From the red zone now. And he's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Dallas. The Cowboys get it back to within 2 possessions. If you're going to complete that one successfully, Brock, you need the perfect throw. Just the right touch. And you also need a guy who can go up and get it just like that.
Yeah, need to be able to muscle somebody off the ball if you're not alone. And call me a little biased. Go ahead. I don't care.
You're biased.
But the success of that play does come down to the timing of the throw, Kate. If you don't throw it on time to that exact spot, you run out of room, and you don't give yourself that kind of chance.
Well, this one not quite over just yet. They've got 3 timeouts at their disposal, but really need to make the unexpected recovery here. And the Bills are able to secure this kick. And he's down. Looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line.
Hey, the numbers don't lie. The numbers tell you, Kate, time and again, it is so hard to recover these onside kicks. And when you got an opponent prepared for it, well, that makes it even more difficult.
New set of downs for him from the 46. On the ground, Brooks. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss. So a timeout comes in. It looks like the defense using its first stops this game as we get close to our 2-minute warning.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
It's Allen out of the pistol. He'll get this one to Brooks. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down.
I don't know about you, Kate, but I think somebody's auditioning for some extra work as a receiver. If he could do that coming out of the backfield, imagine the damage he could do if they sent him out into one of those spots out wide.
We've hit the 2-minute warning here in Buffalo. Bills moments away from win number 12. Allen setting up play action. And the first down pass sent away by a defender, incomplete. Could not beat the defender there. So that brings up second down.
I know a DB in the stat sheet loves to see INT and not PBU, but as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible, he does the next best thing and knocks it away.
Wow, they're going to pass it here. Put the body on the line for his team. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
They'll motion Jefferson left. Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. That's Jefferson. He's got it. And he takes it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. The Bills have likely locked up the win right there. It's a Justin Jefferson touchdown. And now the Bills going for two again.
The Bills are lining up for a two-point conversion.
Again, Allen to the air. And he has it inside the end zone. That's going to add two to their lead here late.
Quarterback's best friend, big targets in the red zone. Not many guys can match up and defend someone like him, and no surprise, it went right to him for the conversion.
Wallace with a return here.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Offense ready to begin this drive. First and 10. They'll throw it. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on first down. So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Pass play now. Well, his first real mistake, that's intercepted. Jair Brown has it. And the Bills have it now as he makes the 20th interception of his career.
Going down the middle, as you can see, you're giving them a real chance at making that pick. Might be a case of trying to force one where he shouldn't have. And you're sure flipping as a quarterback, you learn your lesson on that one.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Allen. This one's caught. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9. Buffalo calls it 2nd time out of the half. And they'll have just one left to burn now.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Second down now, 7 to go. Operating from the gun, it's Allen. This throw is caught. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. They've got to keep moving quick here. Allen throw on 3rd and 1. Oh, we couldn't way too much on that one, Brock. Over the end zone and out.
Well, you got to have a short memory in the NFL. Incompletions happen. Now you got to make the adjustment and go get the next one.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th. Allen gonna throw again. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And he's out the clear. He's at midfield. He's at the 30. He's at the 10. At the 5. And he takes it in for the touchdown. Great defensive effort late, even if this one's decided. Went to the oh well one too many times, Brock, and this time the defense was ready for it.
Now, you make as many catches as he has in this game, you're going to attract some extra attention. They knew it was probably going his way in the near future, and they had somebody there waiting for it that time.
That one right down the middle. And the Cowboys drop the lead back to 13. Well, time making this all but impossible, but they're going to try for the onside kick here anyway. And the Bills are going to recover the football, and that should lock up this win.
No question they wanted the ball back late, but you don't see many of these recovered by the kicking team in the NFL. You see even fewer recovered when they're actually expecting it, like they certainly were right there.
Back to the air. It's Allen after the pick. He sends this one to the end zone. He intercepts it. That is exactly what they needed. And the Cowboys will be set up at the 20-yard line following that interception. So the roar of Bills Mafia, it's a win for their guys in Buffalo. And they snag some much-needed momentum to end the regular season as they start looking ahead to their wild card contest next week.
The Bills make me wanna
So
shout.
for Brock Ewing, our incredible crew, everybody here at EA Sports, I'm Kate Scott signing off. We'll see you next time. It's a win for the Bills as we say so long from Buffalo.
changing.